On this Food City Friday, once again, we welcome back Food City registered dietitian Nicole Pazdziorko. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
It is National or American Heart Month.
Yes,
and we want to make sure, you know, we just went through Valentine's and we took care, we wanted to actually take care of our actual physical heart. And you can do that with your diet.
You absolutely can. And part of a heart healthy diet, of course, is eating a variety of different fruits and vegetables, a balanced eating plan. So focusing on increasing those good for you foods while limiting some that can be more detrimental to our heart. And three of the big components that we want to think about when it comes to heart health is the type of fats that we're consuming, fiber, and then sodium intake. Those are kind of the three key pillars of heart health.
All right.
So starting off with fats, the ones that we want to increase are those mono and polyunsaturated fatty acids and omega-3s. We talk a lot about omega-3 fatty acids, yes, while limiting intake of saturated fat. So saturated fats are going to be primarily found in animal products, so meats, but also some dairy, like high-fat dairy, and then some tropical oils. But the good for you heart-healthy fats are those unsaturated fats like olive oil. Talk a lot about that. And then avocado oil can be a great one too, and it has a higher smoke point. So if you're cooking something at a higher heat for a longer period of time, then avocado is a good kind of neutral tasting oil to use when cooking. And then of course nuts and seeds are going to be rich in those unsaturated fats as well. Fatty fish like salmon, trout, mackerel, herring are going to be great choices. And then avocado in the fruit department is going to be a good source.
And I know a lot of folks, you know, we talk about snacking and snacking healthy. A great way is just to pick up, you know, get some nuts, get some cashews, some peanuts, something, and snack on those instead of something sweet.
Yes, absolutely. And it's a food, it's not a macronutrient, it just has that healthy fats, but you're also getting some fiber in there, and you're getting some protein, you're getting micronutrients like vitamin E that's good for our skin and all kinds of other benefits. And so then when we think about fiber specifically soluble fiber is going to be the type that can help to lower our cholesterol, so that's going to be found in things like oats, barley, and then certain fruits and vegetables. And so increasing our intake of fiber is going to be beneficial. And then when we talk about fruits and vegetables, any type is going to be great, of course, but dietary nitrites found in dark leafy greens and beets have actually been shown to help lower blood pressure. So focus on increasing intake of those where you can. Lycopene found in tomatoes, that's actually what gives it its color. It's an antioxidant, so it has tons of benefits, but some research has linked it to lowering cholesterol and blood pressure as well.
Very good.
So all intake of fruits and vegetables. And then sodium. We think
gotta watch that.
Yes. Sodium is really easy to overdo. We need some sodium in our diet. It helps with nerve function, muscle function, and stuff like that. But if you eat too much sodium, which most of us do, it causes too much water to be pulled into the blood vessels, and that can increase blood pressure and increase risk of stroke and heart disease. And
once again, you got to make sure you're looking at those labels. I mean, we preach that on here, and it's worth mentioning again. Make sure you're checking the sodium levels on whatever you're eating.
Yes, absolutely. You know, when we think about like a teaspoon of salt, it doesn't look like very much, but that is about the day's worth of sodium.
Really?
Most people should be limiting it to 2,300 milligrams. Now, most people would see that and say, well, I'm not adding that much sodium, but it can add up really easily. And so finding or flavoring your foods with herbs and spices that don't have any sodium, you can certainly find some no salt added blends, similar to Mrs. Dasher, the Food Club. Salt-free seasoning blends are fantastic, but then limiting our intake of processed foods is going to be kind of the big culprit there. We want to make sure that we're not overdoing processed foods. So looking for canned options like fruits and vegetables that have no salt added or are specifically labeled as low sodium.
I think a lot of people would be surprised at you know, they get foods and they think they're very good for them. They would probably be surprised if they looked at that sodium level. A lot of the surprise, it's sneaky, it gets in there and you don't know it.
And salt is one of those things where it doesn't necessarily have to taste salty, because the longer it sits there, the less salty it tastes. You have to actually add more and more and more. And so yes, it is something that's sneaky. So reading the ingredient list, making sure that it's just the fruit or vegetable or the nutrition label.
All right. Snacks. take care of that. Eat your oatmeal. I can't press that enough because I've eaten my oatmeal my entire life. Love it for breakfast.
Yes.
And get plenty of fruits and vegetables.
Yes.
I mean, if you do those things,
keeping it simple like that. Yes,
keep it simple.
Will.
All right. Nicole, thanks for stopping by.
Well, thanks
today.
for having me.
Folks, you can find out more about what's going on with your diet and check out foodcity.com/pickwell. Check that out on foodcity.com. That's loaded with plenty of information.